Okay.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Coming to you live from Delano High School in Delano, California. It's Play on Sports coverage of the Central Section CIF Boys Soccer Division 4 Championship Final. I'm Joey Gonzalez alongside Jason Patterson on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. We want to thank you for tuning in. Right now, we're in the first half. First half play is underway. 28 minutes 47 seconds on the clock. Right now, we've got a scoreless soccer match going here in front of us, but should be a good match here as both of these teams are vying for their first section title. Delano especially vying for their first section title. I want to go ahead and welcome in my broadcast partner for the evening, Jason Patterson. Jason, you've been able to follow the action here so far as both of these teams come in looking very competitive. What can you tell us about what's happened here at the action so far?
Both teams' forwards, they've been constantly trying to move the ball up the pitch, but both teams' defense has been holding strong. There's only been maybe a total of 3 shots on goal combined between both teams, so it's been quite a defensive battle along with the forwards keeping the ball moving. So it hasn't really been sticking on one side of the pitch so far this evening. It's been going back and forth. It's a pretty action-packed defensive battle so far here in the first period.
There's the update currently as far as what's happening here. Coming into tonight's contest, Chowchilla, the Redskins, coming in with a 7-1-2 league record. 19-4-6 overall. They are out of the North Sequoia section. They were the number 3 seeded team coming in at the start of the tournament as they knocked off Miramonte the other night by a score of 3-2 in overtime. That was a score off of a header a header right here. Junior striker Eduardo Plasencia. Delano, meanwhile, ranked 79th in the state, is the top seed in the tournament. They came out of the East Yosemite League and scored an 8-2 league record, 21-5-2 overall. The Tigers had a tough semifinal of their own, playing in the same harsh weather conditions where it was pretty much storming, very cold and storming, so they played in the same tough weather conditions as Chowchilla. They knocked off the 5th-seeded Shafter 1-0, the lone goal coming off the leg of senior forward Oscar Torres to send the Tigers to their second straight championship game appearance. I'd like to go ahead and welcome back my broadcast partner, Jason Patterson. Jason, we're usually covering teams up in the Sacramento area where soccer season is played in the fall, so conditions a little cooler than we're used to, but we should go ahead and still expect a great match here tonight.
Yeah, so far it's been, like I said, quite action-packed. Not one team showing to be more dominant yet. They're both trying to fill each other out here in this first period. I have seen a little bit more advancing from Delano, than I have seen from Chowchilla, so let's see if the Tigers can keep that going and eventually put one in the back of the net and try to take this championship home in this Division 4 soccer championship.
Yeah, as you said, most of the match has been played on the Delano side of the field. And nice save there, their attempt off the long kick there by the keeper for Delano. Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost the keeper there, Javier Enriquez. Give you a quick rundown of the starting lineups here. The players that started the game in the goal, it was Javier Enriquez, defender Omar Guzman, a senior, at midfielder, defenseman David Garcia, defender also Eduardo Bailon. A midfielder is Joseph Gonzalez, a junior. As a forward is Jose Villarreal, a senior. Also another forward is Oscar Torres, also another senior. He was the hero of the game the other night. Cornelio Garcia, also a starter, is the midfielder, a senior midfielder. A senior midfielder forward for Delano, as well as Sal Figueroa, another captain. He is a midfielder, senior midfielder there for the Tigers. So some action under the lights. We're used to seeing soccer playing in the day time out there up in the Sacramento area from where we're from. But so it's really neat to see the turnout here in Delano, California. Chowchilla just coming up north down 99, taking the drive from north down 99, just north of Fresno. But a good turnout here in Delano.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice evening out here. It's a very wonderful turnout here for this championship soccer. We covered a couple of championship soccer games in Stockton, California earlier in the year, and there was nowhere near this kind of turnout. So once you start heading down South California, the soccer gets a little bit more popular, and I actually enjoy it. It's better to have a big crowd out here than an empty crowd. It gets everybody into it. They've got the big thunder sticks out here and a huge crowd. I mean, these kids even ran out of a blowout Tiger head when they ran out on the field.
Yeah.
So
well, there was a large cannon that started the game.
Oh, yeah, I
until
forgot
it
about
startled
that.
me. But here's a goal kick attempt there by Enriquez. Delano trying to gets out on a break there. As Garcia substituted in.
You know, I've noticed a lot of sloppy passes so far in this game. There's been a few crisp ones, but for the most part, they've been a little bit over, leading their teammates a little bit too far. It seems like maybe both of them are a little bit excited to be out here on a championship game. Let's hopefully get those championship jitters calmed down and put some goals in the back of the net.
Ball comes out to the keeper, Enriquez. Big boot gets over to Chowchilla's half of the field. There it comes. Looked to me that Torres was on the attack, but not able to get to it.
One thing I would watch out if I'm Chowchilla's defense is those chip passes coming from Delano. As I've noticed it already, they are constantly trying the lead pass. They want to go ahead and it's called what we call in soccer here the through ball, as they're chipping it over the defenders and trying to just let the speed of their forwards run it out and get back behind the defenders and put one in. So far, the defense of Chowchilla has been able to stop those.
Let me give you quickly the starting lineup, or at least the starters that started here for Chowchilla. Again, Chowchilla, the Redskins coming in under Coach Martin Gomez out of the North Sequoia League, a 7-1-2 record, 19-4-6 overall. And the goal is number 1, Christian Garcia. A sweeper is number 3, Carlos Gonzalez. Defender, number 4, Fabian Hernandez. Another defender is a junior, is number 5, Marcos Chia. Number 7, Luis Buenrostro, a midfielder. Number 9, Edgar Rodriguez, a midfielder, a senior midfielder. Number 10, Alejandro Sanchez, a junior midfielder. And number 11, Marcos Torres, a forward striker, a senior striker. Number 15, Eduardo Plasencia. He was also a hero against Miramonte the other night. He started at forward. Number 17, Francisco Reyes, the midfielder. As we get some action here on the corner, a break. Not able to put it in.
Wow.
Nice setup there between, it looked to me to be between Torres there and Garcia for Delano, but Garcia, his shot attempt just went high over the crossbar there.
Yeah, that was unfortunate as they had the keeper beat. What a beautiful pass to get the forward down the sideline, and he put a nice center across the middle, and unfortunately his teammate just put it a little bit too high, and it happened to go right over the crossbar. That's a very unfortunate event for these Tigers, as they could have had an early goal here in this championship match.
Delano staying aggressive here, as Chowchilla's really pulled everyone back to really protect that goal. 20-26 here left in the first half.
In case you guys are curious at home, the Delano Tigers are wearing the white shirts with the blue pants. They are the Tigers they are the home team here in Delano, California. And the visiting Chowchilla Redskins are wearing the all red jerseys with the white numbers.
Nice boot out of the goal for Garcia for Chowchilla. Here's Chowchilla now threatening. Torres tried to set up his teammate there, Plasencia, right in front of the goal. Now for Chowchilla. Here's Torres for Delano. Delano, interesting here when we pulled up Jason, Delano fooling. You can see there's some unity here. Usually see it when socks or maybe teammates all wear the same shoes. This time the teammates wearing all the same blonde hair color, a lot of them out there. In fact, the only one, and I can't see his number here, but right now only one Delano Tiger out there with the natural, what I'd call, it should be a natural hair color, but interesting show of unity there and support for these Tigers. Again, Tigers attempted to win their first title, their first Central Section title here. Last year they lost to Lindsay 2-1 here in the final, so they were able to get all the way back here to the Central Section final again. They had beaten Chowchilla last year. These two teams met last year in the semifinal, where Delano beat them. I was told a score of 4-1. So just have to verify that.
It definitely looks like Chowchilla is out here this year. Did not let that happen, as there's been a lot of defensive play from both sides of the ball. Anytime, like I said, the ball is getting into the opposing side's field, you're seeing solid defensive play. There's only been one good, solid look at the goal so far, and unfortunately for Delano, that happened to sail right over the crossbar. So far it's been a pretty defensive battle, and we'll see how many more chances that either one of these teams get at a goal and see if they can take advantage of one of these chances and put one in.
Yeah, you were saying earlier here, the defense has been really good here, Jason, that not a lot of shots on goal here from either squad. So obviously a defensive matchup, low scoring. It's expected low scoring match here tonight. Yeah, headed out here. Look like Gutierrez in now in the match here for the Tigers. Nice tackle there by Garcia, but Chowchilla able to corral it. Now Delano trying to get out. Just a defensive setup here for the Tigers.
What a solid slide tackle there on the defensive move from Delano Tigers, number 8, Villarreal. He was able to get in there, make a nice slide tackle, took the ball out. We're going to get can't tell if it's going to be a corner or a throw-in. Looks like a throw-in from right here in the corner. Indeed, it is a throw-in. He puts it deep in the box.
Oh, Delano able to clear it. Chowchilla shot attempt there by Buenrostro.
Yeah, that was just a desperation attempt there by Buenrostro, as he was just trying to put one in there, maybe catch the goalie on a little bit of sloppiness. Unfortunately for him, it sailed out of bounds, and it's going to bring up a goal kick here for the Tigers.
Tigers, Omar Guzman and Oscar Torres really want to key in on those two players to expect them to do some great things here tonight. If Delano's expecting to win. This is a lot of fun because we got the full crowd, as you said. The full crowd is out. We got some horns and a drum. I wouldn't say the full band, but
what's that thing that you spin around and it clicks? That they got a couple of those out there too. A bunch of noisemakers.
There you go. So yeah, a lot of noisemakers. Got the cheerleaders out here. It's a lot of fun here, and Delano crowd town really came out.
There's a beautiful pass.
Torres and a nice save. Big save there by Garcia as Torres leaked out. Nice shot.
Yeah, that was an opposite foot shot there by Torres. Unfortunately, it just sailed a little bit to the right towards the hands of the goalie. The goalie got a little tip on it and drifted it wide. That's going to bring up a corner kick here for the Tigers. That was a solid opportunity again from the Tigers, but a great goal, or a great save, by the goalie.
Yeah, got into the inside of the Garcia. Garcia able to just get his fingertips on there. Ooh. Another header attempt. Sails high.
Had we been playing American football, that would have been 3 points, as that went right through the goalpost for a field goal.
So it'll be a goal kick here. Comes out, and Chowchilla now on the move. Reyes. Rodriguez now. There's a breakaway attempted for Torres. I'm sorry, that wasn't Torres for Chowchilla, but that's Buenrostro.
Yeah, that kid's got some speed on Buenrostro. He was at least 4 steps behind the Delano Tiger, and he ended up beating him to the ball. And they're going to get a corner kick here, are the Chowchilla Redskins. So let's see if they can't put one in there.
Joey Gonzalez alongside Jason Patterson here from Gene Beck Stadium.
The crowd here wants a handball from Chowchilla, as it looked like maybe one of the defenders put his hand on the ball. Nonetheless, it's going to bring up a throw in for the Redskins.
Yeah, it's going to be Marcos Torres. As Chowchilla sits up right in front of the net. Cleared out on the header here for the Tigers. Out to Gutierrez. A nice tackle here by Rodriguez or Chowchilla. Quick throw in, and you can tell Delano likes to play fast. Villarreal with the throw-in attempt now here for the Tigers. That is Figueroa. Figueroa named the...
Ooh. You can tell that it's been a kind of wet, rainy little week out here in Delano, as these kids are not getting too much footing, as a couple slips and falls here, as that was going to be a possible breakaway for Buenrostro for Chowchilla, as he made a nice defensive move. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to catch his footing, and he fell down.
Well, it's not as cold as you would expect, so there's some moisture going to, come up on the grass, and as you said there, Jason, that moisture is going to affect the footing here for these players. Figueroa or the Tigers. That is Reyes, now Chowchilla. Back over to Garcia.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, Joe, if this game ends 1-0, as this has been a pretty defensive battle.
1-0 it would be, they say, in the soccer world. Oh, and Garcia able to, nice save.
Wow, what a save.
However, Delano able to maintain possession. Delano looking for the perfect in.
He's another save. He is all over it.
Yeah, Garcia really doing his part. Got a whistle now on the field, though.
Yeah, coming into this game, Garcia has 85 saves, and I'd say he's already added another 3 to 4 onto that number here this evening.
So a free kick here for the Redskins, as Sergio Serrano sets up for the free kick. No, I'm sorry, they switch it up. It's going to be Carlos Gonzalez here for the free kick. At 11:08 here remaining in the first half. Joey Gonzalez alongside Jason Patterson here on your destination for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com. It's a Division 4 Boys Central Section Championship. Both of these teams playing for their first title. There's Rodriguez. Gets it up there to Torres. Torres with a slide. Nice shot attempt. Goes wide left there. But a shot attempt there by Torres. Wide open, just to put a little too much bend into it.
Yeah, that was definitely just too much English there on that one as it sailed left. But that was a solid shot. He even had a little bit of the goal there on the left open, as the goalie was more towards the right. And unfortunately for him, it sailed left. Like I said, this is just a defensive battle, and so far these offenses, the chances they're getting, they have not been able to take advantage of them.
Delano, coached by Tony Mendez. Really proud of the work that this squad has put in to get to this, to have this opportunity. Chowchilla coming in under Coach Martin Gomez. We've started to see action pick up here late in the first half, Jason, and really spectacular footwork and some spectacular play, just nothing getting into the net.
Yeah, it's definitely been, like you said, a lot of fancy footwork out there. Both teams playing fairly well. It's not like one team. Both teams pretty well. Actually, both playing at about the same level as we had the 0-0 score with 9 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Or the first half, I should say, sorry.
Delano defense able to save it there. Juan Chavez. A big shot from way down near midfield. Yeah, sailed right through the upright, the goal post there, but not football there, but big shot looked to me to be by Edgar Rodriguez.
I wonder if one of these kids play for the football team as the kicker.
Check that, it was Alejandro Sanchez, a senior striker, captain on this soccer club. Or I'll say football club here. As Villarreal. Now Torres gets tripped up there.
That was solid defense by Chowchilla's defender, number 3, Gonzalez, as he was back there. He made a nice move. There's been a lot of crisp passing coming from the Delano Tigers, though. That's one thing that these Chowchilla Redskins, their defenders, are going to have to keep and pick up on, is the crisp passing, as it's already led to a couple of solid opportunities for the Tigers. And fortunately for these Chowchilla Redskins, the Tigers were unable to take advantage of those 2 opportunities, and we still stay scoreless here with 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Chowchilla looked like to be going on the attack there for a moment. Gonna have to reset here. There's Sanchez. Looking for some room. Nice pass up. Chowchilla some info on them. They finished first, as I said earlier, in the North Sequoia League. They beat Miramonte 3-2 in overtime under tough weather conditions. Eduardo Plasencia scoring the game-winning goal with a header off of a corner kick during stoppage time in the second overtime there to beat Miramonte to get to this championship game. Sanchez, he's a league leader in assists and second in points in the North Sequoia League.
Yeah, that's Sanchez has 15 assists on the year already, so that's a solid number to be leading the league in assists with.
He was named, according to Max Preps, Chowchilla's Player of the Year. So good year here for Sanchez. Alejandro Sanchez. The top 3 league leaders out of the North Sequoia League are all from Chowchilla in stats. Marco Torres, Eduardo Plasencia, and Luis Espinoza. And I had a stat, and I apologize that I started reading that before I saw the stat, but I have the number here, and I'll be able to get that information later. But it goes to show how stacked this Chowchilla squad is. Christian Garcia led the league in goalkeeping with a 7.719 goals against average. So really good on that, allowing less than a goal per game. So a lot of scoreless games here for Chowchilla's opponents. Oh, looking for a foul, a penalty here. You can see the Delano crowd looking for a penalty there on Sergio Serrano.
Yeah, like you were saying, the Chowchilla Redskins, that they have played a total of 29 games so far, and Garcia has only let 20 goals go by, so that's definitely under 1 goal a game. So that's a solid stat if you're a goalie here in the high school level for soccer.
Yeah, goals, especially in goals are a premium when you get to the professional and club levels. But coming into high school play, it's not atypical to score average about a goal a game. And so solid goalkeeping there by Garcia for the Redskins. Garcia setting up.
There's another save to add to his list.
Yeah.
That one a little bit easier than probably the ones he has seen throughout the year, but nonetheless, another save to add on there, and he boots it right back into the Tiger side of the field.
Yeah, David Garcia with the header to keep it on Chowchilla's side. And that'll stay Delano ball, the Delano throw-in. Stole a steal there by Fabian Hernandez. Now Sanchez. Oh, and a nice defensive maneuver there by Omar Guzman of the Tigers. So nice to see you. You know, we made the trek, I should say, from down up north, down 99. But nice to see that the Chowchilla fans came out to support, make the hour and a half ride down Highway 99. Attempted tackle there by Sal Figueroa. And it's going to be Chowchilla, another free kick attempt here for Chowchilla. Been a clean game, though. No penalties. I haven't seen any real pushy or shoving where anyone has gotten into any, had a card pulled on them or. Here's shot attempt. Here's Reyes looking for Sanchez, and Sanchez is going to argue it should be a corner kick, and it is. Our head referee, Chris Gerhardt, indicating that it's going to be a corner kick here for Chowchilla. So a scoring opportunity here for Chowchilla, Jason.
Yeah, let's see if they can take advantage of this.
Marcos Torres, I believe, with the corner. Sets it right in front. Intended there for Alejandro Sanchez, and Sanchez indicating that it should be a Chowchilla corner, another Chowchilla corner kick, this one from the opposite corner.
Yeah, that one right off the head of Figueroa as he made a nice defensive move, got his head or move on there, got his head on that, sent it out for another corner kick. So far these Tigers have been able to play these corner kicks fairly well, as they've already had a couple against them, and they just clean up the trash right out in front of that net, and they clear it out anytime it gets in there. We're coming down to about 2 minutes left in the first half. Oh, that was dangerous. That one just kept trickling around, and fortunately for the Tigers, they were able to get on it.
Number of headers there as the ball kind of bounced around. That was Torres trying to find a teammate. And a big high kick, a boot to the face. And that's going to pull out a card here against Delano. And you can hear against Jesus Garcia. In fact, it looks the way that Sergio Serrano is reacting now. I kind of turned my eyes a bit, but he looked like he took the kick to the chest there, Jason.
Actually, what had happened was they were both going for a header, and unfortunately, the Tiger, he just got more of the person instead of the ball. It's going to get him a yellow booking, unfortunately.
Yeah, Jesus Garcia over there arguing his case, but as you said, a yellow booking coming out here against Garcia. We'll set up a free kick here for Serrano, and he goes ahead. Probably was headed out the end anyways there, but knocked out there by one of the Delano Tigers there. As we got 2 minutes, we're at the stoppage time now. Inside 2 minutes.
That is one thing that these Tigers need to work on for the second half, is not giving up so many corner kicks. These are too many opportunities for these Redskins.
Here's a corner here for Chowchilla, and good defense there in front of the net by the Tigers. Knocks it out. It's going to be throw in here for the Redskins. It is Marcos Torres. As I said, inside stoppage time now for the first half. Here's Sanchez going to reset, tries to get it inside, and just a clear out here. Smart move here by Delano just to clear it out.
Yeah, these Tigers are playing with danger there if they want to keep giving up those corner kicks, because these Redskins have had a few opportunities as their corner kicks has just trickled and hung out right there in front of the net. If they can get a leg on one of these balls that are just sitting out there, I'm expecting a goal to come from one of those. So that's something that these Delano Tigers are going to have to watch out for coming into the second half.
Redskins have been spending the majority here of this first half here in Tigers territory.
Yeah, that's definitely something I've noticed as well, is these Redskins are keeping it on. They're attacking constantly. The ball has definitely stayed more on the right side of the pitch the late half of this half.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We do have stoppage time right now. This is stoppage time. We don't have an indication here as far as to how much stoppage time we have, but there is the whistle. So that is the end of the first half. So that's the end of the first half of play with a scoreless match here. As both Delano and Chowchilla playing some excellent defense and not able to get anything into the net. We'll be back in a few moments with the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Don't go anywhere. It's the Central Section Division 4 Boys Soccer Championship on PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at
.3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run this to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from
He
Dion.
took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just
Holy cow!
can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons wins. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take, and there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin Section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot. Kept alive. Back and one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Castanon Hill sends it wide. And the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball. Swings it out to Norris.
Welcome to the PlayOnSports.com halftime show, coming to you from Gene Buck Stadium on the campus of Delano High School in Delano, California. I'm Joey Gonzalez alongside Jason Patterson. Our halftime score is Chowchilla 0 and Delano 0. So a scoreless match here we have going in the first half, at least, Jason. We kind of expected this. Both of these squads have really kind of put up defensive matches here coming in so far into the game. If you're taking a look at the brackets coming into the into this contest, and forgive me, I misplaced my bracket, but as we were saying, thank you. As we were saying, Delano coming in at the top seed, they had beat Washington Union 3-1, beat Shafter 1-0 in the semifinal. Chowchilla, meanwhile, had a first-round bye, beat Arvin 2-0, and then Chowchilla beat in the quarterfinal, and then beating Miramonte 3-2 in overtime in the semifinal. So throughout the tournament here, Jason, Chowchilla's been on the board more often than Delano. But so far, just good defensive match here between both of these squads.
Yeah, definitely. Coming into this game, both teams, Delano has played 28 as Chowchilla has played 29 total games. Delano is coming in with 81 total goals for the entire team, as Chowchilla is seeing in 86 goals. So both teams are able to put the ball in the back of the net, but obviously, as you've seen from the first half of play here tonight, that both teams are also capable of stopping that, as we've seen a couple of solid saves by Chris Garcia in the net for Chowchilla, as he had a couple of wide open opportunities for Delano, and he just happened to step right in there and get a couple good goals, or a good couple saves, and it's going to keep this score 0-0 here at halftime.
Yeah, a couple of missed opportunities as well here for Delano. Some of those are just on themselves. A nice corner from Torres. It was Oscar Torres to Villarreal. And Villarreal going high off the foot though over the crossbar there. And then on the other side though, Chowchilla finished the half really attacking, really playing well, keeping the ball on the Delano side of the field. What do you think was working well for them there?
It just seemed like they had found the right mode to attack, and anytime Delano had tried to get the ball back to the other side of the pitch, the Chowchilla defenders were putting it right back into the attacking side. One thing I did notice is Chowchilla received a lot of corner kicks there towards the end of the first half, so that's something that Delano needs to focus on. They don't want to give up too many corners, as each time that Chowchilla took a corner, that ball just trickled right in front of the net, and anytime there happens to be a red jersey there, they're going to put that in. Fortunately for these Tigers, there hasn't been a red jersey there where that ball is hanging out in front, and they were able to clear them out. So, just trying to keep it defense both sides of the ball.
So that's going to do it for the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. The Central Section Soccer Championships will return in just a few moments with the start of the second half right here on PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
Welcome back, folks, here to second half action underway right from Delano High School, from Gene Buck Stadium on the campus of Delano High School. Just getting started for the second half action. You're watching PlayOnSports.com's presentation of the Central Section Soccer Championships live from Delano, California. I'm Joey Gonzalez with Jason Patterson. Right now, our score is 0-0, as both of these two squads have gone ahead and done a great job of playing a good defensive matchup so far in this first half of action.
If you are just tuning in at home, we have the Delano Tigers in the white shirts with the blue pants, white socks, and blue numbers. They are going from right to left. And we have the Chowchilla Redskins in the all-red jerseys with the white numbers and the red socks, and they are going left to right.
Well, you expect here some things, offensively to really open up for one of these squads. In fact, I would expect here both of these squads to really get aggressive here, Jason. And it looks like Chowchilla is going ahead and trying to start the momentum there.
Yeah, and I was actually wrong with what I just said. Sorry, Chowchilla is going right to left, and Delano's going left to right. That was the first half. Oh, what a pass.
Yeah, nice as Torres there for Chowchilla, unable to get to it. And I mean, you can just tell the speed has really picked up here for both of these squads.
Yeah, definitely.
Delano with the throw in. Sanchez getting to it. Looked like he was knocked out there by Garcia for Delano. Yeah, Serrano resetting. Just a big clear out here by the Redskins.
Still using your guys' light. Yeah, they turned it off. Oh, they turned it off. Sorry about that.
37-14 to go here in the second half of play, and both of these squads just trying to get something to go. It sounds like Delano crowd looking for a call the other way. Can't see who it was that was tripped up there on the far sideline there, Jason.
There's too many guys in white jerseys with blonde hair. It's kind of hard to figure out which one too.
You know, this is, you know, unfortunately, these are some of the situations that you come across here. The shorts, the number is on the shorts, but you know, they're so far away here at times that it's hard to pick up. So we apologize for that, folks, but nonetheless, still bringing you some great soccer action in the central section, and a great save there by the defense. I believe that was Carlos Gonzalez, the defender there for Chowchilla, coming up big.
Yeah, that was Delano's Garcia there who put the center right across the middle there. He's already the guy with the yellow card, Garcia, number 7 for Delano Tigers. But he made a nice cross right across the middle, and the Chowchilla Redskins made a nice save on that one yet again as Garcia. It was Garcia against Garcia there.
Unable to keep it in for Chowchilla. So it's going to be a throw-in on the side.
Man, it gets difficult when they give it over here in this corner.
It does. like Villarreal for the throw-in.
Solid defensive play by the Redskin defenders there as they are just putting themselves in front of the ball and not letting it get anywhere towards their net. And they got a little bit of open field here, making their way down the pitch. Oh, he tried to center it, and unfortunately it sailed past him. It's going to go right into the goalie's hands for the Tigers.
Yeah, Enriquez doing a good job back there. Really did a great job of defending in the first half.
Uh-oh, here's Garcia. Oh. I can't see his number, but what a solid defensive play by the Chowchilla Redskin defender.
Yeah, really laid out there, and you can see.
Yeah,
he really
sacrificed his body there to save that goal. What a solid play again by the defender. That's number 3 for Chowchilla.
Carlos Gonzalez again.
Yeah.
Gonzalez coming up with a couple of big defensive plays there for the Redskins defense. And Christian Garcia with the save.
As there was a head there from the Garcia from Delano's side. With Jesus Garcia.
Serrano knocking it out of bounds. It's going to be a Delano throw-in by Juan Chavez. Chavez finds Villarreal. Villarreal getting tripped up there by Sanchez, so The official tells them to go ahead and pick up and get your free kick. Free kick's going to come from Omar Guzman, one of the captains here on this Tigers soccer club. Big boot there from Guzman. A header attempt in!
Wow. That was beautiful.
And folks, I'm sorry it took us a while, but it's David Garcia with a big header attempt right in front of the net, in and around Christian Garcia. Big play at the 33-10 mark of the second half puts the Tigers in control here, 1-0.
Yeah, that was huge. That was right off of the free kick, so they happened to get it right in the air there. Unfortunately for number 10, for Chowchilla Sanchez, is he's the one who got caught for that tripping and caused that free kick, which led right to that goal. But man, what a kick off the free kick there by the Tigers. He put it right in the air. I believe you said that was Torres, one of the captains, who took the free kick there. So he put it in, and they've got a nice header there by David Garcia, who put it right in, right over the goalie's head. One of the few that gets past Garcia on Chowchilla's teams, and we now have a 1-0 score in favor of the Delano Tigers.
Delano just that much closer to securing their first section title. These kids have played youth soccer together for a long time, have been together for a long time, growing up playing in the youth and club leagues, club levels. And now an opportunity here to close out a great season, possibly with a big Central Section Division IV championship.
And again, that goal was all set up there by Oscar Torres as he made a nice kick off the free kick. And he just happened to find David Garcia right inside the box for a nice header right over the goalie's hands. Man, that was absolutely beautiful. I'm not too big on the sport of soccer, but when you get to watch goals like that, it makes you interested. Here's Sanchez trying to make up for his mistake on the tripping as he gets it into the Chowchilla zone. Chowchilla is almost looking desperate right now. They're looking like they need to put one in just to feel a little better. They're looking a little frantic, and it almost looks to me like that goal from Delano has kind of calmed them down. It's almost getting them more focused and ready to go as they're driving. Oh, that was a big tangle up there. I don't think we're going to get any bookings. I think we're just going to get a free kick here for Delano, as that was a big tangle up as number 9 for Delano for the Tigers. He was making his way, Oscar Torres, he was making his way down, and he got tripped up, and he smacked right into one of the other guys. That was kind of a head-on collision there.
And you can hear the crowd here really cheering, really arguing for as you said, a yellow booking. It did look, I didn't see a card, as you said, come out, but he does get the free kick. And so it looks to me that was Figueroa, like one of the captains here for the Tigers, with the free kick. Man, whistle here looks like it's going to go against. Looks like it's going to go against Delano as Chowchilla sets up for the free kick. And not David Garcia, but Carlos Gonzalez, who has been playing some tremendous defense here for the Redskins, able to get set up for the free kick.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
29-25 to go here in the second half. Delano, as we've got another Tiger hitting the turf. Can't see who that is, but from this vantage point, but it looks like that is Eduardo Bailon falling to the turf. Not exactly sure what happened there, but it looked like he had attempted a kick and fallen to the turf. So it's going to set up a free kick here for the Tigers, but Tigers taking a 1-0 lead, but with a header by
And since
Number
the first half, there was not a whole lot of penalties or anything. We've only gotten one booking in the entire game, but there's been a bunch of free kicks here towards this middle of the second half. As it goes in the middle, and another solid save by the goal. Uh-oh, and there's another goal. That was number 7 by Delano. Jesus Garcia with the goal.
A big setup there from Sal Figueroa.
Oh wait, no, they're gonna say no goal.
Wave it off. Well, it wasn't. I didn't see the.
Maybe they got an offsides. Maybe they got called an offsides. I didn't see the call there, but they waved that goal off.
Well, they didn't set it. It's interesting. It didn't seem that they appeared to set up for offside. So forgive us that it's still 1-0 with 27:55 to go here in the second half.
That's another unfortunate thing there for the Tigers, is they were going to be up 2-0. Unfortunately, got called for the onside, as I think Jesus Garcia was just a little bit behind the defender, happened to be a little bit quicker in the ball, and that's going to be a no goal. So we're still at 1-0 here with the Delano Tigers leading the Chowchilla Redskins here live from Gene Beck Stadium in Delano, California. This is the Central Section Division 4 Boys Soccer Championships. These teams both met last year in the semifinals, with Delano going on to take on, or they ended up winning and taking on Lindsay in the championships last year, as they fell to Lindsay. So Lindsay took this Division 4 championships last year. And this year it's a rematch of the semifinals. It just happens to be in the finals between the Chowchilla Redskins and the Delano Tigers. And so far it's been all Delano, as Chowchilla is just trying to keep up with the high action pace of these Tigers.
Garcia coming up with the save. It looked like Delano might have had an opportunity there on the breakaway, but setting up for the free kick here at midfield is going to be Gonzalez. Carlos Gonzalez here for the Redskins. Delano doing a good job defending there. And look for Chowchilla, especially with 26:15 to go here, to start getting aggressive again. Yeah, Delano taking a 1-0 lead on a goal from David Garcia at the 33-minute mark.
That waved off goal should have woke Chowchilla up. That was their chance. They could have been down 2-0. Instead, they're only down, or 2-0. Instead, they're down 1-0 with the opportunity to try to go down and tie this game up. So they need to take advantage of that waved goal and get down there and tie this one up.
So some contact down there, the whistle. It sets up a free kick here for Chowchilla as Francisco Reyes gets his offense set up in front of the net. Delano doing a good job just dropping everybody back in front to protect the goal. A lot of times here, Jason, it's just about who can get to the ball first and take advantage of the openings and take advantage of the breaks they get.
That was a nice through ball. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too far. He tried to lead his attacker a little bit too far into the box there, as number 15 for Chowchilla, Plasencia.
Yeah, Plasencia able to. Gonzalez doing a good job of protecting that. Allow Garcia to get to it before a attempted.
One thing I have noticed here, Joey, though, is since that first goal, Delano has kind of calmed down a little bit. They seem a little bit more like on point with their passes. They're not as frantic. They got that 1-goal lead. They're just trying to stick it out, as they are only 24 minutes, 30 seconds away from taking home the Central Section's Division 4 Boys Soccer Championships. And if they can go ahead and hold on to this lead, that'll be 2 years in a row that they went ahead and defeat Chowchilla in this playoff brackets.
It's going to be a goal kick here set up for Chowchilla. Garcia setting up his teammates. There's substitution on the field as Jose Salas coming in. I believe, it wasn't Salas that came in looking the wrong side of the field. It was Luis Buenrostro. Gonzalez getting to it, doing a good job clearing it. But Delano attempt goes high. Looks to be an attempt by Villarreal.
Yeah, Villarreal, that was close. He just put a little bit too much float on that ball is what I'm going to call it, because it just kind of glided in there and just happened to go right above the crossbar. I thought he was possibly going to sneak that one into the top of the net.
23-15 of the second half as Delano leads Chowchilla 1-0 here in the Central Section Boys Division 4 soccer final. Nice footwork there by Sanchez. Ball goes out of bounds here and throw in by Juan Chavez. Sanchez again for Chowchilla, knocking it out. Just trying to break up momentum here for the Tigers. That was Garcia. Way to get around, but defense coming into play here. There's Garcia, David Garcia on the far side. He's the lone goal scorer.
Yeah, that was just a misplaced pass there by Garcia as he put it out there for the goal kick. Oh, he got it out there on the corner, so it was a throw in there for Chowchilla. Uh-oh. It's just solid defensive play so far. That's another save by Garcia. Let's see, he's going to decide if he wants to throw it or kick it, and he's going to boot it. He's going to send it a little bit past half field. And again, met by the Delano Tigers. So anytime that they try to get the ball going, Chowchilla, these Delano defenders, they just put it right out. They're trying to keep the momentum down for these Chowchilla Redskins as they have that 1-goal lead. They don't want to give any of these Redskins any kind of head of steam. They want to just keep them down and out of this game and to ride this 21.5 minutes to the champion, or to that trophy that they can put in their lock case.
But the way I'd say it, I think, as you said, Delano's doing a great job of executing here. They got the defense rolling, but they're still staying aggressive on the offensive side of the ball as they're trying to push. Now they're getting everybody to push up here, looking for a break. This looks to be Garcia. Jesus Garcia gets tripped up out of bounds, but now it's going to be a throw-in as Carlos Gonzalez playing safety back there. Does a good job knocking it out. As Jesus Garcia looked to go one-on-one against Christian Garcia, the goalkeeper here for the Redskins. Here's a big toss. Header goes out of bounds. Back of the goal. Going to set up a corner kick here for the Tigers. Is Jose Villarreal setting up for the corner. For the net, header, no good. Trying to do a good job of turning it around, Eduardo Bailon.
That's a nice couple moves there by Sanchez at midfield. He gets the ball into his attacker with a shot. Oh, what a shot on goal there by number 12 for Chowchilla, Espinoza. He just happened to sail that one a little bit wide. Man, that was a nice opportunity for the Chowchilla Redskins to tie this one up. That was nice ball work by Sanchez as he took that ball downfield, put a nice pass to his attacker, and unfortunately his attacker Espinoza just sailed that one a little bit wide.
Enriquez with the goal kick. Down long. There's Jesus Garcia trying to stay on the attack.
Nice ball work by
Sets
Garcia.
Up.
Man, he is he is not giving up.
Here's Sanchez.
That's a Christian Garcia for Delano, number 10. He's just in there doing it live. He was not stopping. Oh, excuse me, Cornelio Garcia.
Here's Sanchez. Sanchez, the player of the year here for Chowchilla Redskins, trying to get something to go. But again, Delano on the attack here. So Jesus Garcia going one-on-one, keeps possession. Tackle, a slide. And it's going to be a free kick here for Delano. Now they're going to be called on the sideline, so it's going to be a throw-in here for the Tigers. Looks like Villarreal is going to be going in. No, he's setting up for it. It was a free kick on the slide tackle. So opportunity here to get some buffer room here for the Tigers.
Oh.
Header goes wide. Header attempt goes wide.
That was a solid opportunity there for the Delano Tigers to go up 2-0. Fortunately, the header went a little bit wide. It looks like it was Jesus Garcia with the header attempt there, as he is kind of a big boy. I don't have any numbers for him, but he seems a whole lot bigger than anybody else out there.
Right. As you said, I mean, we're talking, they are, Delano does have a 1-0 lead. But, anytime 1-0, I mean, we know in soccer, I mean, anything can happen. 1-0 lead is not a big lead. So obviously, Delano wants to keep pressure on Chowchilla and continue scoring, set up their scoring opportunities.
Yeah, most definitely. So far, they have been doing that fairly well. But it looks like Sanchez here for Chowchilla is looking like he wants to take it in his own hands. He's been definitely had. Oh, what a nice pass there. Unfortunately, he was unable to corral that. Was Placencia. We'll have live coverage of basketball from around the country in March as we hit the section and state championships. March Madness will reign around California and beyond as we bring you action from one end of the country to the other. Join us in March for championship basketball coverage brought to you by your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
Yeah, Jason, a lot of that basketball action starts next weekend, especially for us up in the Sac Joaquin section near in Sacramento at Sleep Train Arena. We'll be bringing you all the Divisions 1 through 6 up there. Actually, Division 6 will be taking place on Thursday night from Galt High School in the Sac Joaquin section. But right now, Delano trying to secure their first title here in the Central section in boys soccer. 16:30 to go here in the match, plus stoppage time. Chowchilla is also used to playing some tight matches here, Jason, is they had to overcome a charge in the second half by Miramonte the other night, Tuesday night.
Yeah, one thing I have definitely noticed is even though Delano is keeping the aggressiveness going and pretty much looking like the dominator in this game, Chowchilla has yet to give up. They are still attacking. They are still playing fairly good football, and they are out there trying to put that goal in the back of the net and tie this one up, maybe end up taking this to extra time or maybe even penalty kicks.
Yeah, I mean, at any point, with the down 1-0, I mean, you're not going to give up. The game is still that close. And despite, the way things have been looking, especially here going midway point now after the midway point, late into the second half, I should say, Chowchilla is really trying to get picking up their aggressiveness here.
Yeah, it's definitely showing as they are not, like I said, not giving up. We're getting at that 15-minute mark left in the second half, or in the entire game, I should say. And Chowchilla is still trying their darndest to get it back down the field and put one in the back of the net, try to tie this game up.
That was Gutierrez. Gonzalez. Yes, Hernandez lets it roll out. Nice slide line throw in. Try to keep it along the sideline. Here's Win Rostra. We'll leave it for Hernandez. With Torres. He's got.
What a pass.
He's got Gutierrez.
Oh, wow.
Gutierrez! Rafael Gutierrez, senior forward, knocks it in off the assist there by Torres.
So that's 2 assists now by Torres, right?
That is.
Wow.
Gives a breathing room here.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful pass, and Gutierrez was just running free right in the middle. That's one thing Chowchilla did not want, is somebody from Delano running free across the middle. They put a good cross across the field, and he puts a nice jump kick right into the back of the net. beautiful, beautiful play by Delano. Both times that these Delano Tigers have scored, it's been on beautiful passes. Obviously, like you had said, Joey, these kids have been playing since kids, and it is starting to show here in this championship round as they are just looking really comfortable with each other, and that's the only way you can make plays like that, as Delano is going to take a 2-0 lead here with only 13 minutes to go in this Central Section Division IV Boys Soccer Championships.
So now, breather room for Delano. And now you start wondering whether or not they continue to stay aggressive or relax and see if they stay maybe a little back, get their defense going. You'll start playing more of a defensive game here.
I'm going to take a guess and say they're going to keep it aggressive as they are still trying to put more goals in that net. These Delano Tigers, they are here. They lost last year to Lindsley, and they said they were not going to lose here this time. They got up 2-0 and only 13 minutes away from taking home their first Central Section Division IV title.
So early on, we were talking before about player of the game. Looks like Torres now setting up as he's assisted in 2 goals. It's 2 points here tonight in the championship match for Torres. But still a lot of time left on the clock. 12:09 on the clock as Delano taking the lead at the 13-minute mark. I'm sorry, not taking the lead, but putting up an extra goal at the 13-minute mark to take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, coming into this game, Oscar Torres already had 8 assists, so now you can mark him up to 10, and that will put him in the lead on his team for most assists in this year. So he now is the team leader for assists at 10. Here's Sanchez with a nice move, with a solid pass to the middle. Let's see if Chowchilla can't try to make up one of these goals. He just puts one in there, and that's going to go back for a goal kick there for Delano.
Yeah, at this point, it's just about cutting that lead in half, seeing if they can get one at the back of the net.
Yeah, now they're just fighting that clock over there as they're down to under about 11 minutes here to go in this Central Section Division IV Championships.
Gutierrez trying to get out to it, unable to. Forces a throw in here by Chowchilla. Chowchilla needs to get aggressive,
which they haven't really done this entire game. They've had a couple opportunities where I would just say they definitely missed out on them. But so far, it's been all Delano just aggressing nonstop. Oh.
David Garcia getting tripped up on the far side. Gets a whistle.
That is going to
be a free kick. Yeah, booking there. Not sure who it's. Don't know if that was against Gonzalez or Marcos Chia.
These Delano fans, they like that booking as they're going to get a free kick there on their side of the pitch. I still can't see the kid's number that got the yellow card. It's too far away.
Yeah, I think we're trying to figure out if that was who the player that went to the sideline. That was Marcos Chia.
Well, yeah,
there, Jason. Yeah.
Here in high school, anytime you are booked, you have to leave the field for a certain amount of time.
An opportunity here for Chowchilla. Enriquez with the big save as Luis Espinoza on a breakaway trying to get something to go there, but Enriquez playing the goal shot attempt beautifully. Under 10 minutes, 9:17.
What a pass. Man, Jesus Garcia has just been nonstop attacking the ball there. He's playing the forward position here for the Delano Tigers, and he is just nonstop making nice passes. He's constantly moving. He's always got a full head of steam. Definitely, as you already know, he has already received the yellow booking for the Delano Tigers, so obviously he's got a lot of head of steam going out there. He's just constantly moving. He's definitely the heart for this team so far. He may not be out there producing points, but he's producing a lot of heart, and he's keeping his team in it. Ooh, another almost opportunity.
Delano fans smelling blood over there.
As they're getting the exhale of all the breathing, that they're holding their breath there, and then all of a sudden they get the exhale.
8:36 to go here in this championship match. Delano leading Chowchilla 2-0.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the action, or all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
Some excitement there, an opportunity by Garcia, but Hernandez for Chowchilla, making sure that Garcia did not have another opportunity at a goal. Would have been Jesus Garcia. 7:42 in this championship match remaining. And Chowchilla really needs to get some pressure going here against Delano. At least to get one goal up on the scoreboard. Throw in here for the Tigers and tripped up behind. Jesus Garcia looking for a whistle, nothing.
I like the sportsmanship, though, as there was a little bit of a tangling between Jesus Garcia and Reyes for Chowchilla, and Reyes helped Jesus right back up. So that's a nice little teamsmanship. Even though Chowchilla's down 2-0, he's still helping the opposing player off the field. I like that. I like good sportsmanship.
Yeah, it's especially here out, both of these teams really fighting hard. Sanchez. Big boot up ahead, did not find a Chowchilla player, a Chowchilla forward. Here's Enriquez clearing.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same story right now for Chowchilla. They get maybe a little bit of an opportunity. They send a somewhat weak shot towards goal, and the goalie for Delano is just picking it up and sending them right back to the other side of the pitch, as these Tigers are constantly moving forward and keeping the aggressiveness up.
Enriquez hanging back. He's going to go ahead and clear it out. 5:45 left here in regulation.
Don't forget to stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show, where we will select our player of the game and as well as have a live interview with that player. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Great footwork here by Sanchez. Able to keep that ahead in front of him and maintain possession here for the Redskins. Here comes the Tigers now. The Tigers not letting off the gas.
No, they're definitely not. They're almost like those guys that try to run their cars right off the ledge, and they stab the gas pedal with a knife, and you just can't get it up, or stick it with a brick, because they are constantly on that accelerator, and they are moving forward nonstop. And it is showing as the scoreboard reads 2-0 with under 5 minutes to go here in the championship game. I've just noticed the Delano, they're a little bit more crisp on the passing than Chowchilla is, and I think that's one thing that is leading to this 2-0 score right now, is the passing from Chowchilla needs to be a little bit more crisp, as it's showing as Delano is playing solid defense. And anytime they even make the smallest little bit of mistake, these Delano defenders jump all over it, and they send it right back out.
Look at Sanchez doing a good job of staying in front of that ball.
Yeah, he definitely has a nice footwork to Sanchez. One thing we have noticed in this game is he can keep that ball in front of him and do what we like to call Ricky Bobby World, the shake and bake.
Chowchilla trying to set up. Reyes on the break. Going to maintain possession here for the Redskins.
We have a Delano player still down on the field. It looks like it's Jesus Garcia, actually, who's down.
Yeah, it is grabbing his down his ankle, and as you said, talk about the sportsmanship there. Looked, I'm guessing between you got Luis Buenrostro coming over here and making sure that Garcia is all right. It's a good sportsmanship, as you said there, Jason earlier. I mean, despite the score.
Yeah, there's still
great
these
sportsmanship.
Chowchilla Redskins helping up these Tigers off the field. I like that. Down 2-0, still helping the opposing team off the field. That shows a lot of class from these Chowchilla Redskins.
Goes out the back, so it'll set up a corner kick here for the Redskins. So just getting down to 2 minutes, and we'll have stoppage time. And Delano doing a good job, able to clear it out. Chowchilla staying on it. Carlos Gonzalez now playing up, pushing up. Here's an opportunity here for Chowchilla. No, missed. Shot. No. Just did not get that angle there. That was Francisco Reyes. Clock winding down, 2:21. It looks to be an issue here with the net. As that kick, that goal attempt, did knock the net off the goalpost. So you saw the official signaling.
They need some
tape. It's going to take a time. Yeah.
They need some tape. That's what they're asking for.
So they're going to go ahead and, imagine that, and probably at least another 3 to 4 minutes here of stoppage time. It's up to the official there, Chris Gerhardt, his discretion as far as to how much time allowed here on stoppage time. And it's interesting we call it stoppage time, but it's only stoppage time because the clock stops at 2 minutes. They can get more than 2 minutes here to continue, but clock is stopped. So it's up to Delano, the Tigers, to adjust that net. And I really, it's interesting because I'm not sure whether or not this works for Chowchilla or works against Chowchilla. Your thoughts?
I think if I'm Chowchilla right now, I need to come up with some kind of flying V play if I'm the Mighty Ducks and watching Disney movies. But they need to come up with something here that's going to get them back in this, as they are down to only stoppage time and they need 2 goals to catch back up. So they need to get one in on some crazy random, Cal versus Stanford, pitch the ball backwards a bunch of times and see what happens. But they need to do something and get one of these in there and try to get back in as quick as possible.
Folks, only Jason Patterson can mix in a Mighty Ducks reference along with the hockey and a college football reference all wrapped up here in the sections and a soccer match. But that's the one and only Jason Patterson. I'm Joey Gonzalez here on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. Right now we're at the stoppage time, 2-minute stoppage time here, as Delano currently is trying to fix the situation there with the net. They are currently leading the Chowchilla Redskins 2-0 here in the boys Division IV Central Section Championship. Right here on your destination for for your high school sports, playonsports.com.
Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
So it looks like they got their net situation under control. Going to be a goal kick here by Delano. Sanchez, an opportunity with the header. So now it's anything and everything here for Chowchilla, as he got stoppage time now here, an opportunity to score. Here's a setup for, look like Figueroa.
Ooh.
Oh, nice defense there in front of the net by Delano. Hernandez. Serrano now all the way out. It looked like Plasencia trying to set it up. And Plasencia getting the whistle. So a free kick here by Reyes. In front of the net, headed out. And here comes big shoulder. Took a big shoulder. And that's going to get a booking there. I saw that all the way, Jason, as I'm trying to find who it is that went down to the ground. That was Oscar Torres. Took a big shoulder off from Adon Plasencia.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised that we didn't see a booking for Gonzalez there for Chowchilla as well, as the whistle had blown, and he still slid tackle and took out one of the Delano guys right here, as the side judge almost jumped in front of him thinking that the Delano Tiger was going to try to fight him. He almost expected that to happen, but still no bookings there except for the one in the middle.
So you figure that frustration started setting in there.
Uh-oh.
Got a breakaway here for Chowchilla. Good defense by the Tigers to clear that out. Unable to get anything as Eduardo Plasencia.
Man, Eduardo Plasencia has got some speed on him.
Horns really going. And that is the whistle. You can hear.
Nope, not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard the whistle. But the crowd thought it was a whistle, thought it was the end of the match there, as we got a Delano Tiger down near his own net.
Yeah, Coach Tony Mendez was about a half a second away from getting the nice ice water bath, and his kids had to stop. If you look actually at the feet of Mendez, you can see that the floor is all wet around him, as they almost got him completely wet, and they had to stop there for waiting for that whistle for the referee. As Delano is going to take home their first Central Section Division IV soccer championships in the boys division.
Looks like we got a whistle, got the indication 2 minutes here from Chris Gearhart, our official, our head official.
Yeah, we've got everybody that's on the sidelines here for Delano all hugging each other, jumping up and down there, just waiting for that whistle. They're ready to run out on the field. And I expect that whistle to come here very shortly.
Chowchilla pretty much just needs to let loose. But you almost look to see that
these Delano fans, too, they are not stopping. They are all on their feet. They are cheering. They are ready to see the first championship here for the Tigers. As you can hear the horns and the crowd cheering and the thunder sticks going, and everybody out here from Delano, California is excited to see their Tigers.
It hasn't stopped except for at the half. Reyes or Chowchilla trying to keep some hope alive here for the Redskins.
I'm expecting the whistle to come here in the next change of possession.
Chris Gerhardt letting them play, letting the full. Enriquez coming up. We might kick it up, and as you said here, we might get a whistle here to call the match. Now it looks like the official is allowing the full allotment here.
Uh-oh.
Another attempt here.
Oh,
he tripped himself up there, Torres.
He tried to make a nice move. He did. He went for the basketball equivalent of the crossover, and unfortunately, he shook his own ankles.
Slide tackle there. He's going to get an opportunity here for Chowchilla. Eduardo Plasencia, so he will get the opportunity. As you can see, the official check his watch. No, they're just going to go a throw in.
He's definitely giving there it is. There's the whistle.
Here we go. That's the whistle as the Delano Tigers beat the Chowchilla Redskins 2-0 as the fans storm the field. And Delano wins their first Division IV Central Section title.
What a game. These Delano Tigers put in a nice effort. Solid game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to stay tuned to playonsports.com for our post-game coverage. We'll wrap up all the action on our post-game show, and we'll have an interview with our player of the game. That's coming up in just a few moments. Once again, the Delano Tigers have defeated the Chowchilla Redskins 2-0 to win the Division IV Soccer Championship in the Central Section. You follow the action on PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run this to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from
He
Dion.
took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just
holy cow!
Can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons wins. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take. And there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin Section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot. Kept alive. Back and one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Castanon Hill sends it wide. And the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball, swings it out to Norris. Cameron Taylor tried to block that one away. Norris with a strong take, blocked by B.J. Anya. Huge block. Robinson leading the break the other way, gets it to Grant. Slam dunk Jeremy Grant off the feed from James Robinson. What a play by the Stags.
Runner at third is Chavez. 8-2 the score. Bottom of the 7th. The 1-2. Popped in the air. This should do it. Cortopassi says it's mine. Now he's fading on it. And he can't make the catch, but Gaff comes in from center field and does. Congratulations to the St. Mary's Rams, a three-peat. They win it 8-2 against Franklin to take the series 2-0.
But this is time to run an offensive set that you've done all through the season in practice.
Yeah. And you also, you get it to your hottest player right now, just like they're getting it to Eichhorst right here. He's going to try to create some space, find somebody on the backside that's open.
Eichhorst flush out to the right. Oh, breaks free of a player. Eichhorst on his own, shoots and scores, bounces a shot home. Coos can't handle the shot. Eichhorst takes off the shirt and the helmet. And how about that? Alex called it. Eichhorst after sustaining the injury in the third quarter of play, has scored the game winner with 22 seconds gone in the overtime period. Dogpile on the field. Marin Academy take it. A fantastic finish to this game, and well, I hope his other ankle isn't hurting after this.
Hancock to his immediate left. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Hancock on a counter, right side. He's inside the 10. He bounces off a tackler at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Helix. And behind Hancock, the field is littered with white jerseys on the turf.
Wow. Hancock not to be outdone by his fellow playmakers on offense. Put on a show on that short 12-yard touchdown run. Looked like he was down after 3 yards, just threw a defender on the ground.
As sophomore Chris Carter sits under center in their tight wing formation. Lycos in motion. Second back through is Freeman. Freeman just knocking people over. Look at him run. Breaks through. 4 tackles. And now it's just a foot race to the end zone. And Freeman's going to go the distance. Touchdown, Imperial, on the first play of the second half. 2nd and 6 for Imperial from their own 47. They're going to give it to Freeman again off the left side. And Freeman gets by one wave and down across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Look at him run down to the 20-yard line. One man to beat. Gets by him. Touchdown, Freeman. How did he do that? Holy cow. 64-yard touchdown run. His 5th of the game. Royce Freeman, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the top rushing, and the as I look over to our partners at KXO Radio, the top rusher in the San Diego section for the next 2 years.
That's just amazing. That is just amazing. They hit him in the backfield. They hit him at the line of scrimmage. They hit him a couple yards downfield. They hit him again near the goal line.
Keep those Lowell fans quiet over there.
Lum sets it up for Pang. Long, it's out. Low, a magnificent 7 titles in the San Francisco section in dramatic style as they pull out a fantastic victory over a spirited Galileo Lions team. They win the 4th game, 31-29, and they take the 2012 Academic Athletic Association San Francisco section title.
Officials say no 5-second count can be started. Nobody was close enough defensively. Lyle's going to swing left side. Robinson. Here is a backdoor lob for Grant. They've been wanting that all game. And they got it, 50-42. They lulled you to sleep, and then they hit Grant on the back door.
They trail by 2. McMorrow's kick is on the way, and it is good. St. Augustine has their first lead of the game, 21-20, with 25 seconds to play. The senior McMorrow with a huge kick, not the longest of his career, but the biggest of his career. St. Augustine leads it 21-20.
Already lining up. They won't even have to run that one more play. They just acquiesce.
Why bother?
So there you have it. Your 5-time defending Division III champions, the Cathedral Catholic Dons, running up, over, and through Olympian 41-0 here from Qualcomm Stadium.
Patriots down 21-17. Great ball game here. Dillon taking it, looking right, throwing it up top to Gaines. It will be caught by Gaines. Oh my goodness. It looked like the defender had it, but Gaines stole it away from him. Jason Gaines, are you kidding me, my friend? Oh boy. It looked like for sure we had an interception by the Tories, but as they both were going to the ground, Jason Gaines just wrestled it away from him. Shane Dillon to Jason Gaines on an 11-yard play.
Fanchen in the game, now out, replaced by Hayashi, the libero for defense. Wenzel serve, championship point, ball up in the air. Hayashi's going to bring it back. Richards, deep one, over and 3. Free opportunity, look for Wallace, no, they go Becker. Hayashi, then tap over and 2 by Hollingsworth. Now look for Wallace for the match.
Kathleen Wallace, no better way for the Bulls to finish it.
then giving it to their senior leader.
25-12, 25-15, and with 8 straight points to close out their 3rd straight D5 championship on a kill by Kathleen Wallace, 25-21 in Game 3. Branson has won the D5 title.
To the backfield, it's Hernandez and Northcutt. Set to throw is Thomas, has time, goes for the home run. It's intercepted in the end zone. Seemed like they tried to go to Martin, and Martin slipped. Stockton, Hilmar, and Escalon. That's going to do it, folks. Victory formation, take a kneel. The clock comes out. The clock will tick down. The players jumping up at midfield. I think I see a Gatorade. Did we have a Gatorade shower?
We most certainly did. Casey Taylor getting the shower there. Very much deserved.
Down to 12.
Great tackle there by Ronald Williams there to make the stop for Helix.
And the Helix fans are starting to celebrate here. This is going to be the final play. 5 seconds. Pow will hand it off. And they're going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. That's Keegan who gets in, but that's going to be the end of the ball game. 44-6 will be the score. So Oceanside scores on the final play of the ball game.
And gets a consolation prize just to make this is kind of say that, hey, we didn't get shut out.
So 44-6 is your score. And Helix is celebrating on the sideline. Oceanside streak of 7 straight championship games has been ended.
2 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Clock rolling, 3rd down and 15 for the Patriots. Dylan, he's got time, steps up. He's going to chuck it deep. He's got a man open. Seth Collins with a diving catch. He hauls it in at the 25. Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you right there. Dylan goes to show why he is a Division I prospect as he's able to step up, elude the pressure, see Collins down the field, and make the connection. As I'll tell you right now, there has not been a bigger catch for Seth Collins this entire season.
Fans nervously wait on the far side. Trips right. Vernon, the lone receiver to the left. Troy Zine rolls right. Here we go. And he's going to be... Oh, he gets away, but can't get away from the second slew. Vacaville takes over on downs, and the crowd erupts. So does the sideline. Got to watch it. Got to watch the sideline here.
Yeah,
Remember,
really
they were up
stepped up.
35-26. 2 unanswered touchdowns. That's going to do it, folks. Your 2011 Division II Sac Joaquin Section champions, the Vacaville Bulldogs. They win 39-35 in a classic.
Although they have no timeouts, they'll get the ball on the sideline, try to set something up. They can get a couple dribbles and a shot.
And I tell you what, that was a gutsy call there by Coach Aguiar. Oh, what a shot! I tell you what, Javier Kirksey, from well beyond the three-point mark, takes the inbound pass, throws it up off the glass, and nails a three. And you've got the finish to this Cinderella story as the Ridgeview Wolfpack win the Division III boys title 43-40. And what
Caroline Martin to serve. Is 3rd time the charm for Palo Alto. Martin over, dug by Irvin. Lauren, backside, Bedard Ghani, long, and that's the ball game. And Palo Alto comes from behind. They were down 13-8 in Game 5. They win it 17-15.
Koenig, who will continue to play baseball at the next level. He is going to Central Arizona. About 45 minutes outside Phoenix and Coolidge.
This pitch is hit in the 5-5 hole. Nice grab and throw over to first base. Ori Wofford. Full extension dive to his right and gets Tillinghast by a step.
3-point game.
Down to 5 seconds. Wilson from straight away fires a
Sorry about that, folks, but welcome back here to the PlayOnSports.com post-game show. I'm Joey Gonzalez, joined alongside our player of the game tonight, this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, Oscar Torres of the Delano Tigers. Oscar, first of all, I just want to say congratulations. Let me adjust your microphone here. I'm sorry about that here. Well, just... you all outside but I'm sorry. Just congratulations, first of all, and
thank you.
and your first section championship here for Delano. What's it like? Talk about your feelings right now to be able to get that championship here, the first ever here in boys soccer here for Delano.
Man, it's the best thing that in my life, I could say, because we never done this before. Last year we made it, but we didn't win it. And this year. Man, I'm speechless.
Yeah. So talk about that. What's it feel like? I mean, you guys got here last year, lost to Lindsay. So do you think that helped you coming back again this year? Talk about a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, that loss, it just made us stronger. It motivated us, and we just had to practice and practice, and we finished it today. It finally happened.
So let's go through the game a little bit. Walk us through that first goal, your assist. You finished with 2 assists tonight. First one you assisted, I believe, and I misplaced my notes, but I believe it was one of the Garcia.
Yeah, David Garcia.
David Garcia. Yeah. So he got it in with the header. So talk about what did you see out there when you were able to find him?
Well, the ball was just supposed to be. It was going in, but I had the chance to hit it, so I tried to chip it back. And it landed on David Garcia, and he made it.
He made it, yeah. That's it. And then, obviously, so you guys had, that made the match 1-0. Chowchilla, started trying to get aggressive and looked like they were fighting to try to get back in it. Obviously, at 1-0, a lead is 1-0 lead is never secure. So you guys were able to get pretty much on a breakaway, able to assist there on that second goal and go up 2-0. Talk about that one. And was there a sense of relief? Do you guys now really feel like you guys had the title in sights? Talk a little bit about that going up 2-0.
Well, when we had the first goal, we couldn't relax because we knew that they were gonna come even further and harder and stronger. So we knew we had to score another goal, and we got it on the breakaway. We scored another one.
So your first section title here for Delano here in boys soccer. What's going to be? This is the first time that Delano has won a soccer title.
Yeah.
What's going to be your lasting memory here of this season?
This one right here, with all the fans, my teammates, my coaches, my teachers, everybody's right here.
Awesome. It's just a great, wonderful experience just to be able to celebrate it in front of your fans, friends, family. And the whole, the whole town here. Congratulations there. So you guys have an opportunity here. You're waiting here. I believe it's tomorrow. You're going to find out whether or not you're going to get that bid there for a Southern California to an opportunity to play for a Southern California championship. Talk about that feeling going in and waiting for that to see whether or not you guys are going to be up for that.
I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to be on the internet all day just trying to figure out if we're going to go or not. But I'm pretty sure
all
we
right.
are.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Well, so, again, congratulations there, Oscar. Folks, Oscar Torres of the Delano Tigers are Play On Sports player of the game. We'll be right back here to wrap things up here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Thank you.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run this to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from Dion.
He took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just...
Holy cow!
Can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball.
12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons wins. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take. And there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot. Kept alive. Back in one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Castanon Hill sends it.
And welcome back to Delano, California. Glenn Gene Beck Stadium here on the campus of Delano High School in Delano, California, and the PlayOnSports.com post-game show. I'm Joey Gonzalez alongside my analyst here, Jason Patterson. As the Delano Tigers have defeated the Chowchilla Redskins by a score of 2-0 to win their first ever Division IV Central Section boys soccer title. And Jason, you said it towards the end of the match there. It really became a very exciting and very up-tempo match there at the end.
Yeah, most definitely. You could tell that Delano, they just felt that they were there. This was their match to win. They made it this far last year, lost to Lindsay. They ended up beating Chowchilla last year in the semifinals. I feel like they took this as an advantage. It was a plus to them that they made it this far and had to play Chowchilla again, and they went ahead and took advantage of it and won with the 2-0 score. Oscar Torres with 2 beautiful assists, found both of his teammates. Just overall beautiful play, like you said. They've been playing together since they were kids, and it's starting to show out there. They played beautiful soccer, and they're going to go ahead and take home the championship to Delano High School for the first time in the sport of soccer.
Yeah, one of the things I regretted to ask Oscar there about the symbolism behind the blonde hair, why they all decided to go with the blonde hair. I was able to ask one of their assistants, one of their video guys there, what the symbolism was behind the blonde hair, and he just said, "Oh, just something for unity that they just started just a couple, just recently, just a few weeks ago." So, one of the things we were talking about, we were noticing there was really the defense, how much of a defensive game this was, a defensive match this was for both squads. But I got some numbers here. So in the first half, just give you an idea. In the first half, Chowchilla had 7 saves to Delano only having 2 saves. In the second half, Delano only had 1 save, while Chowchilla had 3 saves. So what that indicates, even though Chowchilla had more saves, a lot more shots on goal for attempts there for Delano. So it just goes to show the aggressiveness of Delano and how balanced they were both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, another thing that it also shows for the Delano Tigers is how good the goalie for Chowchilla was, Garcia. He comes in leading the league with a lot of saves, and they still snuck 2 past him on 2 beautiful plays. You can't get any better than that. I mean, that could have been pro goalies out there, and the 2 plays that were played, they were just perfect. They don't get much better than that. Perfectly placed, get a guy running down the field. He centers it, puts it in. Their first goal was on a free kick to a header. Everything was just absolutely beautiful play throughout the entire game for the Delano Tigers, and they're walking away with the championship.
So that's it here. It took a long trip here to get here, but a great match that we were able to watch. Any final thoughts here from your part, Jason?
If the Delano Tigers happen to make it for the state championship, good luck to the Tigers, and good luck to Chowchilla next year, because obviously you guys make it far every year in the soccer, and hopefully next year you guys can get your first title.
So that's going to wrap it up here from Gene Beck Stadium here in Delano, California, where the Delano Tigers defeated the Chowchilla Redskins by a score of 2-0. Be sure to check on PlayOnSports.com for more information of upcoming events. We've got some great matchups coming up. We've got wrestling tomorrow, more soccer tomorrow, as well as we've got basketball up on the donkey here coming next week and the following few weeks. For for our videographer, Tim King, my analyst, Jason Patterson, I'm Joey Gonzalez saying thank you for joining us here. Good night and so long, and thanks for watching here on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.